My good friend, Mr. Justin Davis, take it away, sir.
Yes, sir. Antoine, thank you so much for the call. Thanks for sharing the opportunity with so many people. Guys, we are in for a treat tonight. We've got a gentleman who is, in all measures and all capacities, a full-blown expert in numismatic coins. So obviously at cost, we sell tons of metal. We have an at cost section, we have the specialty section, and then we have stuff that I would consider beyond specialty. It's the cream of the crop level of specialty items. So, Edward, if you're there, you could feel free to unmute, and we'll start this conversation. Ladies and
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm excited.
All right,
I'm very excited. So, Edward, I'm going to let you take the lead on this, but first, let me brag on you a little bit. So, when it comes to coins, you know that those of you that were at the convention and that back table, we had a slew of just truly amazing coins. The Dungeons and Dragons coin, I still think about that. We get requests for that all the time. The Spider-Man coin. One of my good friends, Eloy, was the first at that table, and he literally bought everything at the table. And we had to ask him to put some back because, well, he's a smart man. He knew the value of what he was getting. So, guys, as Edward is sharing these coins and this philosophy, let me just preface this section by saying Edward is a huge part of the ongoing expansion of our numismatic offering. So Silver Eagles, that's the coin of the month. It's typically the coin of the month. It's the coin that comes in the $3.99 package. But there's an entire world out there beyond just the MS-70 Silver Eagle. It's a great coin, don't get me wrong. But what we'll talk about tonight and what we'll be showing you tonight is the beginnings and the future of that whole department. So we'll always have the MS-70s, but bringing coins to our customers as a benefit. You know, we could actually charge a $149 membership just for the right to buy these coins on a monthly basis. So all of that's included, of course, with the normal package. But I'm really excited. Edward, I'm talking too much. I'm going to hand the call over to you. What's going on tonight, my friend?
Great. Thank you so much for that introduction, JD.
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, so I've been working with JD and Troy for quite a bit now, and it's been a pleasure. I'm so excited to be a part of this team and to show what I'm about to show you guys. My role here at Cost Metals is to introduce you guys to the collector coins, the numismatic stuff, the artsy stuff. And so I'm very excited. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that. We haven't figured it out completely, but once a month or twice a week, we're going to go ahead and showcase something called the Heads Up Coin Release. And so what my goal is today is to gather some information, right? Because there's so many themes, there's so many mintages, there's so many coins out there that I want to get a gauge from all of you guys as to what it is that you guys like. So one of the things that we're going to do tonight is we're going to introduce 4 coins that Troy and JD and I have brainstormed that you guys might like and gravitate towards. And I'm hoping that we have some type of a way to capture this information. We want to do some polling or via the chat. If you guys want to go ahead and chime in as to what coin you guys like the best, that would give me a lot more information so that I can focus on that coin that everybody, you know, gravitates more towards in order for me to get some allocation for you guys. Because one of the things that I'm going to do as I show you these 4 coins is these coins are very, very hard to get. So as JD was saying, the American Eagle, very beautiful coin, but they produce in any given year millions of these things. You can have one year where they produce 68 million of these American Eagles, the next year 98 million, the other year 38 million. It just all depends on the demand. These specialty coins, if you target 10,000 mintage or below, you've got something good. The sweet spot's about 5,000. So if you target a 5,000 mintage coin, you're in really good shape. What we want to introduce is something a little lower, in the low 2,000s, 1,500, even as low as like 10 of them. And I have quite an extensive network that can get some of these really hard to get coins. So out of these four, you're going to see why we've targeted the mintage and, you know, just the offerings that we're about to give. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to introduce the first coin. Give me a second here. Oh, it wants me to reboot. Give me just a second.
Okay, it happens to the best of us all the time. So guys, I'm putting this in the chat. The keyword to look out for with at cost is heads up. That's the coin release. So you'll see emails from time to time. You'll see it on the website. So it's a heads up. Hey, we're giving you a heads up, but also it's a little bit of a pun for, you know, flipping a coin heads up. So you help spread the word on that. There we go. We can see it. Look at that.
We can't hear you, but we can see you.
Okay, Edward, I can talk about this coin. I know you do a better job. If you think we can hear you, we can't. So I can see your mouse moving around, and obviously that's a beautiful coin. I see a PCGS MS70 Silver Swan 2024 P, which is Perth. There we go. We can hear you now. It's a little quiet, but we can hear you.
I needed the host to unmute me. Okay.
Okay.
So as you could see, we've got 1,500 of these coins.
Wow.
And the Perth Mint is the producer of this coin. The Perth Mint is a very, very popular mint worldwide. And they actually designed these coins for a big customer that they have. And this customer pretty much sells this out the second it hits the market. So we got some allocation of these, and as of right now, if you go on eBay, these are selling for a huge premium because you can only get them aftermarket now. You can't get them from the mint or this special client that they have. So I'm going to label this one as 1. I'm not sure how you want to capture the data, JD, but
let's go ahead and get crazy and call this one the Swan.
yeah, and if someone can type in Swan or have something where if this is the coin that you guys want us to target and this is the most popular one, start putting in the chat and giving us the feedback.
We've got 3 more to go through though, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. We can also just kind of vote at the end too.
Yeah.
If you want, Edward.
Yeah, that sounds good too.
Okay.
Right. One of the nice things about this coin too that I want to mention, if you guys can see my mouse up at the top of the coin, this is 4 9s. It's very, very hard to get a MS70 when it's 4 9s because the silver is so pure that it dents easy and it's just prone to scratches very easy. So that's what makes this coin special as well. One of the things also is that these pictures don't do it justice. I actually, after I start sharing these 4, I actually have the live coins, hoping to bring it up to the camera and have you guys see especially what we mean by high relief. And
Mhm.
yeah, so that's the first coin. Are we ready to move
Uh,
to the
And
second?
real quick, Edward, before we jump on to the next one, so you've got a mintage of 1,500 total. Is that correct? 1,500 of these 2024 Australia Swan. 1,500 was the mintage, not those that graded out perfectly, correct?
That is correct. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys, that's the difference. It's not that there's 1,500 MS70s out there. They made 1,500 coins, and a small portion of those could grade out at 70. So these
Right.
are the types of coins that we're offering to the at-cost customers.
And that makes the coin, as you know, extremely valuable, even if it isn't graded, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, as we introduce these coins, I want to also start giving you guys education on what to look for, not only the coin, but if you see, right, the MS70 is a special designation, but you'll see something up at the top also, first strike. So it also means that as they mint this coin, the die, as you print the first, say, 100 or 300 or 500, you're getting more of a pure coin as you go towards the end of the run. When you're in, say, the 1,200 to the 1,500 range, it's a little bit less of a quality coin. So they've given it the first strike designation to also say these are your first batch of coins that make it even more special. So, you know, as we have these twice a week or once a month or whatever it is that we decide, I'll be giving you guys little bits of, you know, hints of what to look for, what makes it so special, why we collect these collector coins. Because I could go on hours just tonight and talking about this, and we just don't have that.
Looks like a dream.
So are we ready to move on to the next coin, JD?
I think so.
All right, let's do it. All right, the next
There
coin.
it is.
There's the Dungeons and Dragons, right? Very beautiful coin. Again, the pictures just doesn't do it justice. I've got a graded one that I'm going to show, hopefully, if we have time on video. Also have a loose one that I can kind of show you the high relief and just all the detail about this coin. But this one, instead of 1,500, now goes down to 1,000 of these. And so the mintage makes it so special because this is actually out of a mint in Poland. So when you're talking 1,000 mintage, alone with, say, they distribute this to China, which is a very big country with a big population, and Russia, just those two countries alone can gobble up 1,000 mintage in an instant. So by the time that these European coins make it to the US, it's very, very low mintage of what we can allocate. So that's what makes it also very, you know, unique that we're able to give you at Cost Metals customers these type of coins. It's a very special treat.
Yeah, and guys, if you really want a in-depth look at this coin, go to YouTube, and all you have to type in is coolest silver coin ever made. If you type that in, I'm not making a joke. If you type that in there, this is the coin that comes up.
Nice. All right.
Let's see if I can find that link as we as I say that. Sorry to interrupt, Edward. I just get real excited about that coin. It's so cool.
No, you're good. A lot of people, this coin is in high demand, that's for sure. So again, I'm so glad that you guys are going to offer this to everyone that's interested in it. It's a real treat, I'll tell you that. All right. Let me know.
Antoine got it in his hand.
Oh, he does. All right. Awesome. All right. Let me know when we're gonna. What do you want to call this one? Just D&D or something like that?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Let's vote to see on the D&D if there's interest in this one. And then JD, let me know when we want to move over to the third one.
Yes, sir. At your leisure, sir.
All right. Let's move on to the third one. All right. The third one is the Atlantis Sunken City coin. This one, if you notice, it's got 500 mintage. So it's even more rare. The other thing about this one is look at the concave picture up at the top. So in order to have a high relief and a concave design, imagine that die, what it has to go through to not only handle that concave piece, but also the high relief. And then the added bonus is that middle is like a water type epoxy that, you know, tries to highlight that.
It looks like you're in a cave underwater looking out to a sunken city.
Exactly, exactly. And like I said, 500 mintage, very, very hard to get. And I've been working really hard to make a lot of people happy at Cost Metals. I've doubled the initial mintage that I told Troy that we'd have. So,
Awesome.
all right, let's label this one Atlantis. And
Real quick, Edward, Niue. Can you please pronounce that for everyone?
yeah, it's Niue.
Nice.
Very popular country that blesses and gives the legal tender to a lot of these high relief collector coins. That island is very sought after because of the diligence that they do in order to bless these coins for them to back them up. All right, are we ready to move on to the fourth one?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right. All right. And then it's the Poseidon.
Poseidon.
Now look at this one. Mintage is only 333.
What?
And as JD mentioned, right, there's 333 in total. That doesn't mean that all of them are 70s. So we have quite a few 70s, again, that are going to make a lot of you guys happy to own one of these.
Yeah.
And Edward, the high relief, is that harder to grade?
Very, extremely hard to grade. And again, right, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to try to show. So in this series, I couldn't get a loose in this series, but the first coin out of this series, I've got a live coin that I'm going to pop out of the case to show the detail of high relief and just how beautiful and difficult it is to have a coin like this grade out 70.
Yeah. So in general, a coin is basically two-dimensional. You'll get the outside. So you're looking at pretty much a flat surface with these high relief, which, by the way, guys, if you haven't checked out that new training video that talks about the parts of a coin, definitely worth it. But you're basically grading in 3 dimensions instead of just 2. So
yeah.
4 nines, obviously more pure, super high relief. But guys, one thing I want to point out real quick with all these coins, it's not someone in a garage or, you know, just got bored working at the mint trying to do that. These are actually government coins. Cook Islands, all of these coins are sovereign coins. Okay, so just keep that in mind as we move forward.
And to mention, JD, the machinery, the dies, the technology to produce something like this, it's not a cheap process, that's for sure. All right, so I am going to go ahead and stop sharing so that I could go back to the camera and show you guys if I can. All right, can you guys see me?
Yes, sir.
Great. So I'm going to try to show this coin.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. So that is a foolproof coin, colorized. Can you talk about that colorization process for everybody, Edward?
Yeah, so one, like you mentioned, proof, very, very difficult because um, you see a lot of these other coins, they've got an antique finish. It hides a lot of the imperfections with the antique. So the proofs, you could see a lot of the imperfections. You'll know whether it's a high quality coin or not. And then the color, depending on the technology that they use, they're getting better and better. It used to almost look like a sticker. Now it's more like, real high resolution ink that's permanent onto the coin. This is what the Atlantis coin would look like with its case. It opens
Wow.
like this. And this is what the coin looks like. Not sure if you could see the epoxy.
Mm,
Oh, wow.
very good. Tell us about the case that the coin is in. Tell us about actually what you're holding. What does that feel like? Is it glass? Is it
So
plastic? Does it open?
yeah, it is a plastic case, and I'm about to show you one that I'm going to open that's kind of like this because I want to
Okay.
show the high relief even more.
Mm,
So like I said, on the Poseidon series, it's an Aztec queen, but if you see, it's a plastic case. And these cases are not cheap. They're big, they're deep. Let me show you the coin. Not sure if you could see the high relief. I'm gonna hold it to the side here. Do you see the
yeah.
bumps? Just that detail. The coloring, look at the coloring, how the arm towards the neck is darker. All of this detail that this coin has is just very hard to produce. The machinery,
Wow.
the dies have to hit it multiple times, sometimes for days, to get this high relief indentations.
What a beautiful coin. Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
I can say it. I can't spell it.
This is a Poseidon coin.
Nice.
And then the Dungeons and Dragons graded 70.
Wow.
And so, Troy, I'm actually working on some 70s on the Atlantis coin.
Oh, wow.
So I will be
Nice.
targeting those as well for few lucky people to have.
I'm biting my tongue, guys. How many of those do we have at this very second? I know we're in transition and we're trying to get stockpiles of that, but
So
actually, you don't have to answer that. I was thinking we've got one less than what that total is you're about to tell us. I promise you that.
Ooh.
so
How could
yeah,
you guys, how could you not want that perfect coin like that?
No doubt.
If you saw it in person, graded like that, I know. Okay.
so in a nutshell, that's what we want to do. Obviously, this is our first run. As we have more of these, I'd like to, have that variety, show about 3 or 4 coins, have you guys vote on it. And over time, I'll be talking about the benefits, why a 70, why buy a 69, why buy a certain theme, mintage, why pick this mint versus another. Like I said, I can go on and on hours with this information. So I'm hoping as we have these monthly or weekly or bi-weekly, I'll throw those little bits of information so that you guys become knowledgeable on why collect these collector coins. And then of course you'll want to own these pieces. I'm up to my eyeballs with these. I love them. I can't stop. I'm in coin jail all the time. So so yeah, so let us know what you want. It doesn't even have to be this Zoom call. If you guys want to email Troy and JD and Antoine, and anyone that you can to give us that feedback, we'll definitely hone in on some very nice coins for you guys to own.
Very good. It sounds like everyone is saying all, and I think that eventually we will get to all. It makes sense logistically to do them in in an order where we can plan for it logistically, shipping wise, et cetera, et cetera. So the main thing this call was for, Edward, I think you absolutely nailed it.
You did.
The white gloves, the coins on the back. Thank you so much for doing this. What are those coins behind you? I'm itching for more.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
craving more coins. I know everyone else is thinking the same thing. What's going on behind you there?
Oh, wow. Just some, pieces that we just love.
Okay.
Like I said, maybe as we go, week by week, maybe I'll
Okay.
introduce those as well, because I can go on forever.
Very
Hey,
good.
hey, Justin, why don't we just, everyone's saying all, but if you had to choose between the four, just in the chat right now, if you would, put which one you liked the best. And it really will help us determine, what's coming next and that kind of stuff. So
Awesome.
take a second and just pop it in there for us.
Yeah, I keep seeing the Swan. Good choice, guys. Good choice. Really hard to find. Sold out. I remember when we were told we were going to get allocation, we were so happy because they sold out. And I believe that one sold out in like 2 days. And then everything was second market.
I got a feeling we could beat that. Got a feeling we can beat that, guys. So much happening in the metals market. You guys saw in the email that went out with the news with JP Morgan. War situation is crazy. Obviously, there's bullion and then there's numismatics. We want to make sure that we have at cost bullion and specialty items that, not only are they cool to collect, but it makes our jobs easier as affiliates. You show someone the Dungeons and Dragons or the Poseidon, right? Quetzalcoatl, show them those big coins perfectly graded. Most of you, I think everybody at the convention held the 100-ounce bar, right? And it's life changing. Seeing these coins like this Dungeons and Dragons, pure silver, all these, perfect graded coins in such a big, beautiful, bold statement with low mintage. Guys, this is opening the bigger world of precious metals. So, Edward, I thank you so much for your time. Troy,
Absolutely.
Antoine, everybody.